Hi, this is Adam Chad Kalman, painter of cows and bovines in general. That's me. This is my subject, cows. Yesterday, I drove down to the grocery store. I live in the country, and I came upon a herd of cows and bovines in general. And when I got out of my car, most of them ran away from me. But this guy stayed and he posed for me. I asked him if I could take his picture and do a drawing of him or a painting, and he didn't answer me. But I think he'll be okay with it. So what I did is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to transfer it onto a sketch pad here. And I've already determined my focal point. The focal point is going to be right there. And so what I'm going to do is I already have an image of what I want it to look like. The cow's head's going to be there, the horns. I think for the focal point, I'm going to have a cardinal, a red cardinal, somewhere around in there. But let me set this aside and we'll get started. So I'm going to start with basic circles. That seems to be the best way to do it for me at this stage. Hopefully in the future I'll have a much better understanding of cows and cow anatomy, and I can draw much more free-handed. But for now, I'm just going to stick to this. So there's that. Spheres. This is his head. The cows, just like anything else, it can be broken down into basic shapes. The secret to drawing, I believe, is to put everything into the basic shapes, squares, circles. I want that to be a little bit bigger. There we go. I think I made the head a little too big. Perhaps the whole body. Broaden this out a bit. Now, I think that fits a lot better. The cow's head is a circle with a rectangle, and the eyes are right here. That tree right there. I want to have an object over here, a rock or something for balance. Some bushes over here. Then I take the stump. So I don't want to start adding lines and colors until I have the structure, the compositional structure. Everything in this outer area, the lines will be blurred. If I add color, color will be blurry, no sharp contrast. This is the sharpest point of contrast right there. Now that I've got the basic structure, I can start adding Boy, the great thing about drawing is it can put me into a zone. The zone, the famous zone. Athletes talk about that a lot. Have the kneaded eraser here, that always helps. One of the challenges with drawing cows and bovines in general is, I guess what I'd call it is spot management. Because every cow has spots. Not every cow, but most cows have spots. And you think, well, where do I put them? How do I make the spots make sense? Well, what I've come up with for now is what I can do is make the spots point towards the focal point right here. So up here, there can be a spot here. I like to have a spot on the side of the face, and it leads up there to the focal point. And so the trick is to make the spots look random while at the same time serving the composition in a larger way and pointing to the focal point. The focal point, I guess, is the journey's end. I want to be able to hopefully take the journey, the viewer's eye on a journey. So here I can lead this spot, can point up to this spot. This spot can lead to that spot. There's a famous quote, I think it's by Shakespeare, "All rivers lead to Rome." Well, in art composition, all lines, all shapes, all values lead to the focal point. Which is going to be a cardinal, hopefully. I'll have to study what a cardinal looks like, but I've seen them and man, they are beautiful. Where I live now, there are a lot of birds that I didn't know existed. When I lived in Denver, every now and then you'd see a robin, like a true red robin. There was a robin that used to fly up on my balcony when I lived in a condo. At my age, it's hard to live like that. When I drive into town, I get uptight. One of the things about moving from the city to the country is where I live, most of the roads are 2-lane highways in the mountains, and that means a couple of things. One is you can get caught behind somebody going slow, and it can be pretty annoying. Another thing is, almost every time I drive somewhere, I see a dead deer on the side of the road, roadkill, and I don't like that. I love animals. I did hit a deer, and it was not a fun experience. I couldn't help him. He hit the right side of my car, and it was such a shock. I just did not see him coming, and he ran off in the woods. Of course, I had to pay for repairs, and eventually I got a new car. But it's hard. I love animals. I never want to hurt an animal. I don't have anything against hunting. I know people who hunt, but I don't want to hunt. I don't want to kill an animal. So this is my basic sketch. I'm going to let it sit, and tomorrow I can start inking it, adding ink to it, maybe leading to a color composition. I don't know yet. One of the tricks of composition, and this is very basic composition, there are books that go into a lot more detail. Composition in art, it can be like composition in music. It can be a simple song, Happy Birthday, that's simple composition. Or there can be a symphony by Beethoven, and that's a lot more complex composition. All I'm doing right now is just the most basics. I think what I'm going to do is have the bird in flight. I'm going to have to research him a bit, but I'll make the tree right here. I can make that dark, make the eyes dark. Make the tip of the horn dark. I can do some spot management here by making a spot go across the face. That leads the eye up there. Even these branches here, I can have them leading to the focal point. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess this isn't a cow. This is more of a bovine in general. I'm not sure about this. I always thought that cows were the females, and the females didn't have horns, but somebody told me the other day that female cows do have horns, which kind of shocked me. So I have a lot to learn. I'm a city boy. I'm 66 years old, and I'm starting on this new journey, and it's exciting. Okay, got the cow going, and I'm going to stop at this point. I hope you enjoyed. I'll close with this. My name is Adam Chad Kalman. I'm a painter of cows and bovines in general. Thanks for watching.